In this video, we're going to solve some questions about functional notation and finding values of function at given points. So we'll start with the first question here. F of x is given as 3x minus 7, and we need to find the value when x is 2. So what that means is f of 2, where we replace x with 2. So we do the same thing here. Replace x with 2. We get 6 minus 7, which is negative 1. So in this function, we're asked to find g of 3, g of negative 2, and g of c plus 1. It doesn't matter what's in this bracket. We take the function g, and we replace x with whatever is there. So, for example, a, we're going to have g of 3 is equal to 4 times 3 squared minus 2, which is 9 times 4. 3 squared 9, 9 times 4 is 36, minus 2 is 34. G, so this is b, g of negative 2, well, that's going to equal 4 times negative 2 squared. Make sure you, when you're substituting, whatever you put in for x goes in brackets, so that makes sure that we don't make a mistake with the power here and square the negative as well. Minus 2. So this is negative 2 squared is 4, 4 times 4 is 16, 16 minus 2 is 14. You can just stick this on your calculator and get the answer. We're looking for the substitution right now. And the last one, it says g of c plus 1, so we do the same thing, g of c plus 1. Simply replace x with c plus 1, and that's all squared, minus 2. And we can simplify that. That would be 4 times c squared plus 2c plus 1, if we do our algebra there, minus 2. And that's 4c squared plus 8c. Plus 4 minus 2 is plus 2. Then you should be able to simplify to that. In example 3, we're asked to use the functions f and g from above to find two things here. So after we find the functional value, we need to multiply, and here we divide and add. F of minus 2 we'll need to find first, so we'll work on the side over here. F of minus 2, remember the function we're using for f is this one up here. So f is up here. G is over here. So f of minus 2 is going to be 3 times minus 2 minus 7 is negative 13. And g of 4, well, g of 4 is 4 times 4 squared minus 2, which is 64 minus 2, or 62. So in question A, back over to the right now, f of minus 2 we just figured out was negative 13. G of 4 was 62. And if we multiply those together, we find that we get negative 806. G of negative 2 over f of 3 over g of 2, we actually have already calculated all these values, so we just fill them in. G of minus 2, we did the question before, so that's 14. Over f of 3, I don't think we have f of 3 yet, so we have to find f of 3. And that's going to be 3 times 3 minus 7, or 2. So 2. Plus 2 over g of 2, which we don't have. G of 2 is going to be 4 times 2 squared minus 2, which is 14. And if we add those together as a fraction, we get 50 over 7. In example 4, we're asked to calculate or find the f of minus 3, f of minus 1, and f of 3 from the graph. So f of minus 3 means the function value when x is minus 3. So we look at our graph, here's x minus 3. The function is the curve, so we're right there, which is 1. F of 1, again, that means x is 1. So here is 1. We go down here. That value is minus 2. Remember, f of x is like y. What is the y value at these points? F of 3, we go to 3, come down to our curve. And 3 is about right there, which is about halfway between negative 6 and negative 7. So negative 6.5 is a reasonable estimate. Notice the hint here. It says approximately, because that one's not exactly on an intersection of two grid lines like the rest were. Now, referring to this graph again for question 5, it says, find the values of x so that f of x is minus 4. So this time we're told what the y value is, so minus 4. We need to find the corresponding x's. So if we look here, it's minus 4 here, 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 and here. So those values are x equals approximately negative 2.3 perhaps, x equals negative 1.5 for the second one, going left to right now. X is equal to, for this one, it's about between 1 and 2, so 1.5. And the last one is between 3 and 4, so 3.5. And so there's all the values where we get negative 4 for y, or where f of x equals negative 4. That's the end of the questions for this sheet. We'll continue with more examples with functions in the next video.